2 children killed in Minneapolis school shooting. Another 17 people were injured, 14 of them children, and the shooter was also dead after he shot through the windows during Mass at Annunciation Catholic School, authorities said yesterday. 2 of the injured children were in critical condition but are expected to survive. The academic year for the school, which includes preschool through 8th grade, began on Monday. Authorities said they did not yet know the motive of the shooter, reportedly a former student of the school who is transgender, but FBI Director Kash Patel said the shooting was being investigated as domestic terrorism and as a hate crime against Catholics. Trump's 50% tariff on India kicked in. India's exports to the U.S. will now get hit with a steep import tax after President Trump doubled the 25% tariff he initially imposed on Indian goods to punish the country for buying Russian oil amid the war in Ukraine. The heightened tariff, which took effect yesterday, is putting a strain on U.S.-India relations and could be a big blow to India since the U.S. is its biggest export destination. It shipped about $87.3 billion worth of goods to the U.S. last year. However, some major exports are exempt for now, including smartphones, which is good news for Apple as it's been shifting manufacturing there in an effort to decrease its reliance on China. Medical symbol: the FDA approved updated COVID vaccines, but only for some people. The regulator signed off on this year's version of the shots. However, it revoked the broad authorization for the vaccines, placing new limits on who is eligible to get them. The approval is for those at higher risk of severe illness, including people over age 65 or those who have an underlying health condition. All others will now need to get approval from a doctor to get the jab. The change comes after Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. often criticized vaccines, especially those that use mRNA. It could impact who can access the shots and whether insurance companies will cover them.